your source for news from Cinegear Indie Shooter.
Hi, Dominick Aiello with Wooden Camera, and today we're going to be looking at the Alexa 35 accessories. So right now we have a baseplate system, and those of you that are familiar with the Venice baseplate, we're now still utilizing the Arca dovetail. Now this allows us to quickly remove the camera and leave studio assemblies on the baseplate. This is great for quick transitions if you're going to Steadicam, handheld, and so on. We also have a new set of side rails. On these side rails, we're running DLC rosettes. They're actually stainless steel with DLC coatings. We have tuck-away tape hooks and various mounting points. We also have forward-facing 3/8/16, which is great for mounting bolt-on rods. So actually on the top, we actually have a new cheese plate. And this cheese plate breaks out into 3 different pieces. This allows for the front cheese plate to be used alone, so you can strip down the accessories as much as possible. If you need to add more accessories, you can add the middle plate, which allows for both sides of the handle to be placed. And since we know that a camera assistant like to mount things on the very ends of the camera, we have a small third place cheese plate on the back. In doing so, the antennas themselves get covered up, which may reduce the RF reception. To mitigate that, we actually made an antenna extension on this that allows you to move this antenna up onto the handles so that you can maintain your camera control. This is also great when running something like Trinity heads or other wraparound style remote heads, because now you can get those camera control antennas outside of the use so you can maintain that great reception. We have various different rod brackets for this, from a regular mount. On the front, we can also adapt to Arri accessories. So we have on this cheese plate here, we're actually showing the Arri CCH5 handle mounted to the Wooden Camera top plate. And that's done by just changing out 2 pieces on the top of this. And now we can utilize this and mount it the exact same way that it does on the Arri plate. The top plate also has the mounting points for the LCH1, which is the smaller lightweight handle, the round one that allows for the viewfinder mounts and so on. You can kind of see in a complete package here. We're also showing the Ultra handle, and this is our universal Ultra handle system, which mounts with a 3/8/16 mount point, and we also have rear supports for that, and we can build these handles out and into any direction or possibility necessary. Nice wood platform on it with improved diameters. And of course, we do love the fact that we make all these special color things. So in the Teradek, we've always made those, but now we also make these color rings for the Ultra handles, so you can actually color coordinate your cameras as needed on production sets.
So this is if I have the Teradek and I want to make sure that it goes to this camera specifically, yeah. It makes it easy.
And in the industry, they usually indicate that A camera's red, B camera's blue, and then they use different colors for C, D, E, and F cameras on set. So with that in mind, we're actually making this so that all the parts that you know are for A camera have that color, so that if something is on a cart, you know that that belongs to that specific camera. But we also have these color rings on the Teradeks. We also have them on the RT handsets and so on. It just helps tie everything together for all of that. With the base plate systems, we actually have a shoulder pad assembly. Oh, nice. And with this, as most operators want, they want a nice flat surface. With the flat surface, they can now Velcro any of the plates that they want, or pads that they want to this. But we are also coming up with our own plate, or our own pad. And these pads, it's one of these 2 different styles, which I haven't decided upon yet. But the idea of the pad is that it's washable. You wouldn't be able to put it in the dryer, but you'd at least be able to wash it, to clean it, and air dry it. So they're thin, but there's also, it's not using foam. It's using a different style of material inside of it. It's very similar to the pads that would be inside shoulder pads for backpacks. But the difference being is that we have a thicker pad there. So they're very interesting, and they're very comfortable pads to use for handheld. We also have a cheese plate designed specifically for that Arca. The idea of this is that a Steadicam operator can mount their plate on this. This can live on the Steadicam plate or on the Steadicam rig. The camera can now come off and then slide onto this plate without having to do various transitions. And you can do it without tools. We also have indications. So when you have a set balance, camera slides into place. You can remember that number, and you can repeat that over and over again. This is also good for rigging. If you're doing car mounts and so on, this is a good plate that you can bolt on, and it allows for a low center of gravity as this camera plate is placed on those plates.
Now, is that a prototype or is that available now?
Both of these are prototypes, and these will be available here in towards the end of June.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. Now, if people, if they're in the Southern California area, you guys actually have a showroom in Burbank. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. And over in Burbank, we have a showroom. It's CSLA, or Creative Solutions Los Angeles. It is a shop that you can walk in. You can put your hands on all the equipment, test it out, see if it's stuff that will work for you, and you can purchase right there in-house.
So point of sale right there.
Correct.
And it's pretty well stocked then. You guys have inventory and everything like that?
We have inventory in the office, and if not, we can actually get it from Dallas actually really quick.
Do I need to make an appointment to go down there? Or is it
Nope, it's like a store. You just you can do your walk-in, and all our operating hours are on the Google search.
Nice. And people want to find out more, Dominick, what do they do?
Well, if you want to find out more, just visit woodencamera.com, and you can find out all the information that I showed about this on our website.
Your source for news from Cinegear Indie.